Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now, the difference between punishment and a test. How do you know the difference? So, Ibn Qayyim stated that it's how you respond to what's happening. Am I getting punished right now? Is this a punishment? Is this a test that Allah wants me to pass? Like, what's going on here? It's all how you respond. And I'm sorry for that noise. The cool thing is that in the seerah, there is answers. There's always an answer in the seerah. Now, let me go a little further deep into this. So, ruh, the idea of soul. This is an example of the soul. Someone asked, and before you get, like, the Prophet ﷺ, peace be upon him, he is the main dawah, right? His whole job is to give dawah, right? For 23 years, he's supposed to give dawah. And you would think, if this is his job, he would have all the answers, right? And so, when it was asked, what is our ruh, right? What is our soul? What does it do? What is all this? You know what I mean? Like, how do we know who I am? Like, what is, et cetera, et cetera. Explain this to me, to the Prophet ﷺ. They asked. And so, of course, Prophet ﷺ asked Allah. And Allah, of course, sends down an ayah saying, hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And there's a lot of lessons from that. Allah not telling us is more of an answer. Okay? Is more of an answer, not only because of the whole cow situation in Surah Al-Baqarah, right? But the idea of not telling us, if he did tell us, right, that, oh, what is our soul for? How do we use it as energy? How do we, et cetera, et cetera. All this hocus pocus stuff with the soul, right? The soul, you're the body, you're the soul, right, et cetera. Our soul's going to go to the Judgment Day, right, Jannah, right, all this stuff. He could have told us all this. And the world would be harmonious, meaning that everybody would be Muslim, right? Everybody would be Muslim, because look, the answer's right there, right? Everyone's just like in a state of like peace. But there's a reason why Allah doesn't give answers for a reason, because like, you don't deserve to know anything at all. And a lot of people like, oh, why me? Why me? Like, why does this happen to me? Why did that happen to me? But Prophet ﷺ, he wasn't even given the answer. This is his job. His whole job was to give da'wah. And he wasn't even given answers to like some of these things, like the soul, like deep questions that could fix everything, that could make his life easier. He wasn't even given those answers. Because it's not the point. That's not the point. You won't actually understand everything until Judgment Day. On Judgment Day, Allah will give you the director's cut. Like, hey, this is why that happened to you. You got 50,000 years, man. You're going to be there for a hot minute. And Allah's going to tell you, hey, this is why you did not get with this woman. Right? This is why you didn't get an A here. Right? This is why I didn't put you in this college. This is why you got rejected here. You got rejected here. You got rejected here. This is why. And you're like, oh my God. Oh my Allah. Wow. Thank you so, like, you'll be so gratitude of what he did for you. Because Allah is the best of planners. And if you think of it like this, like, maybe things happen, right? So we can understand it. Like, you're trying to understand it, but what it actually means, like, you need to trust in Allah. Okay? Just trust the process. A lot of you are stressing, or like, I stress a lot too about it, but I got to remind myself of tawakkul, right? Like, oh wait, Allah is the one that's controlling the wheel. So if you think you're getting punished, or you're thinking you're in a trial right now, just let it flow, right? Just let it flow. Just pray, let it flow through you, because Allah is the one that's steering it. We all go through it, man, or woman, right? We all go through it. So don't worry about it. That's like my little snippet of the difference.